Morning everybody. This week we've got a strength workout for you to do. Nice little simple one, simplify things a wee bit, but more focused on just going sort of into repetitive movement patterns with the idea of getting some more muscular overload and a little bit less variety of movement, which with that becomes a bit more muscle tension. So without further ado, now remember you want to warm up first, use the warm up sequences we've used in the past. Once you're warmed up, you can get into this one. Now what we're going to do is do 4 rounds doing a lateral lunge, which looks a bit like this. Okay, alternating sides. Now I've chosen 30 seconds. You might just take it a little bit longer than that if you want to. Alright, you should get plenty of overload from this. So 30 seconds in a lateral lunge. I can be more or less dynamic if I want to be. Okay, what I'm trying to focus on is when I get nice and low, I've got good toe, knee, hip alignment, driving nice and tall, and then I take a step on the other side, get nice and low. Whole time my spine stays nice and tall, so I'm not folding forward as I go through. So I'll do 30 seconds, then in between times I'm going to use a version of a squat. So if you've got some load or some weight available, of course you can load the two movements, so you can do a goblet squat. You're also welcome to load the lateral lunge. Assuming you don't, my recommendation for the squat would be to do a jump or a pulse version. So pulse squat, we sit nice and low and do repeats. Okay, sitting low, only coming to kind of 2/3 of the range of motion on the way up. Okay, or a jump, we simply squat down, jump up, land nice and softly, okay, and repeat that movement. Again, do 30 seconds. If we get 30 seconds of those two movements back to back, we should find there's a decent amount of overload in the legs. Then just take a 30-second recovery and repeat. And I'll suggest you do 3 to 4 rounds, which should give you a nice little bit of leg overload if you're looking for a slightly heavier session. This is a great one with something like skiing. Maybe if you're hoping about to ski in a couple of months' time. This type of conditioning, both the lateral movement and the general overload, will build some great skiing conditioning. Application to other areas is general leg strength, obviously, as well. You don't have to jump on the squat. You could do a bodyweight squat. Certainly be effective. You're still getting a minute's worth of overload. From there, we're going to follow something reasonably similar with the upper body. We're going to use a press up, a nice simple body movement. So first one we're going to do push-ups for 30 seconds. You can do lots of different variety, whether you go traditional press up, you could go close grip, with your ad rotation or knee lift or anything like that in between times. I'll give you examples. So normal press up, nice and wide, close, then goes a little bit harder again. You can add a rotation into it as well, so I can twist. If I want some variance, I could go for a knee tuck as well. So 1, 2, push, 1, 2, all right. If I just want the most muscle overload, I'm just gonna go for a repetitive press up. Try and get full range of motion. If I want variety of movement, I might put the other ones into. As soon as I've finished, I'm going to roll over, go into a reverse bridge. So facing up, slightly soft with the elbows, and I come into this position here. Now this is effectively opening the shoulders up, but it keeps the tension on the arms. Okay, so we get a little bit of overload, driving through my heels, stay nice and strong through my core. I'm going to hold here for either 30 seconds or I could hold for 5 seconds at a time, and come back up and repeat. So either way, we're looking for a minute's worth of work, followed by a 30-second break. Okay, and go back in. See how you go. 3 rounds would be good. If you can get 4, that's awesome. Keep in mind the press up's going to fatigue a little bit quicker than the legs will. So for example, by the time you're on your 3rd set of press ups, you're going to find that you're a little bit more taxed. You might have to adjust the intensity, maybe come back down to your knees, maybe add a bit of variety into your movement pattern. But just see how you go. Yeah, give that one a crack. Not going to take long. Make sure you warm up well first, and at the end do some mobility work. Enjoy.